Christians came in America even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I'ma say the definition of my name, the truest. I shocked them like real product. Creek with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision where I've come. How much time y'all got? Yo, Preem, let's drop something. What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael. Polygamous minded, 7 wives on ridiculous timing. They always share the same title. That be the talk. That's foul like a stop in Frisk, New York. At 20, I said I better quit by 30 than by 30. I thought by 40 rapping is corny. How wrong was I? Never would have thought that 50 new songs by now. Name called, but ain't nobody there. The definition of my name probably started where I rode the E-train, fingers covered in ink stains. Writing was like an escape excited, leave the beat flame. It was Rod, Kane, Coogee, and Chris. Few names like Cool James, Face, Cube, and Rick. That was musically sick, successful and unnatural. I throw they songs in a cyanide capsule. The truth is poison to any fraud. Demigod, rocking suits and shoes, going against any odds. How could you hate me? I survived the 80s, the D's, the trauma, embalming fluid and lasers. Inhale fumes from a stove. The show's booked up. I chose to take the world over. Look up. What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS.
Duval County, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olson. Glad you are joining us for this one. And off we go from Jacksonville. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. First play, and McCarthy to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 13
yards on the play. And the Vikings first down.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Second and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's in. Touchdown, Vikings. That touchdown, number 19 on the year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
The kick is good. Next to score, Vikings 7, Jaguars nothing. Ryan
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. They'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Maybe on that rapid pay the bills. Now I'm feeling not even a little bit. Oh, Lord.
Hey, I'm gun. 11.
They'll run. It's an man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain. Lawrence now on 2nd down. That one into the hands of Turner. And they will finally run him down. A big play for Jacksonville. 32 yards.
I got him.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Moving outside the pocket, and he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Little backyard football here by the quarterback. It looked like he was running around the playground in his early days. The disruption of the timing early was the key, and from that point on, him and his receiver just unable to get on the same page.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Lawrence going to give it to Jenkins, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
An 8-yard loss.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Lawrence to throw for it on 4th down. A dive and a catch. Incredible.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6. From the 46, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
It's a gain of 20. And the Vikings, first down.
They'll go again with Mitchell. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Another run here with Mitchell. And they bring him down inside the 25. 25-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Minnesota.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands,
and he's in! Touchdown, Minnesota. That his second touchdown of the game. He's got 20 on the year.
So you look back a week ago, Mike, and that tough loss, and you can already see this is a much different group. There's a different focus, there's a different clarity, there's a different operation in and out of the huddle. They look sharp, motivated, and 2 drives later, they've got 2 touchdowns, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
William Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Hey, kill Terrell! All right, let's go.
On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example.
He gets free, still going, and he will go all the way. Ryan Thomas, touchdown Jaguars. That's touchdown number 31 on the year. It ties him with LaDainian Tomlinson for the most in a single season.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Jaguars 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On second down, here's McCarthy. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
A gain of 15. First down.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He keeps it himself. He'll take this one up close to the first down marker. The spot it where the slide begins. That's a pickup of about 9.
Second and 1 at the 50-yard line.
McCarthy to the air on second down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Viking.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
18 Cardinal! 18 Cardinal! 18 Cardinal! 18 Cardinal!
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Exiting the pocket right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll take this forward for about 5.
Brings up second and 4.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game.
On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive. They've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, they continue to build on this lead here early. It's going to be a long day for this defense.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Hey, lie.
They go play action for Lawrence. That's down the field and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Rasheen Ali. Touchdown, Minnesota. On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. He's got it. And the Vikings are able to extend their first quarter lead.
Jaguars 7. Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Check, Panther, alert, alert.
This drive begins with a run by Cheaton. Up the sideline, past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he will score. Facial Cheaton. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And, Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down. One quarter in the books. It's the Vikings with the edge. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. Vikings football as we begin this 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 7. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? From the 31, here's 2nd and a couple. Going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That one's good for 26 yards.
Boy, they got the block to spring him, and it was a foot race. And when he gets in that foot race, Mike, he's normally good for this type of yardage before anyone's able to run him down.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Going right. It's taken in. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
24. Done. This one's hot.
It's a toss. Now blocks to Tootin. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
I got it.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Crunch. Sink right. Here we go, sir.
Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That's hard. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll take it on in. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars are back to within 7. It's 28-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Vikings. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Fitzgerald down for the extra point. The kick is good. The Vikings add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
11, Agate. Here we go, sir.
On play action, he'll set. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
A loss of 9.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt, as he's standing right around his own goal line. And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Forced to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
To throw is McCarthy. In trouble, and down he goes. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
took a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
At their own 46-yard line.
Think right. Easy, easy.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Hey, Jupiter.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Go, let's go. Here we go.
A first down throw for Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
34 yards.
Big play after big play to start this drive. 34 for that one.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
11, Agate. Hey, kill.
Throwing is Lawrence. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. From the 22 now, here's second and 9.
Second and 9.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's got it! And he'll be taken down at the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
A 49-yard gain on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Here's McCarthy. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Check. Hawk 70. Check smash.
And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Viking 18.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on fourth down.
Pass the 60 Bison. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. And he's in. And 9 Mitchell. Touchdown, Minnesota.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback. They get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
11. Hey, run. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he's into the end zone yet again. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. What a half he is putting together. That's his 3rd touchdown already. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And he will score again. Touchdown, Vikings. That touchdown number 3 for him in the game, and number 14 for the year. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Jaguars 28. Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchdown.
At their own 35-yard line.
First of all, you ain't got long enough.
All right, here we go. Hey, check that. Smash, check, Panthers. Silver.
On 1st down, they'll go with Tootin. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Lawrence throwing on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure if this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 34. Now this looks like a design run, and he will take it in himself. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown, Viking.
The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Fitzgerald set to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Hey, Jupiter!
They'll run it here with two. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Eleven. Sink right. You got tight right there. 11, again. Son, they say hot. Go. Here we go, son.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. What a connection. He's down inside the 5-yard line. Now a timeout signal for him, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
That's another Jaguars first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. That is caught to the goal line and in. Sharp West Hunter. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for two.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Eleven. Hey, kill.
They'll look to throw. Out to his right. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
7 seconds, all that remains, till halftime. And the kick is away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That is brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds. 0-0 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
All right, here we go. Hey, lock.
middle. Here is Tootin. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
A loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
On the red. Hey, son, 13 loose.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, doesn't it just seem like year in and year out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, there's these late-round players that kind of burst onto the scene out of nowhere, and there's a reason this guy fell in the draft. But I'll tell you what, he has shown a ton of growth so far this year, and he continues to make his presence felt in the back end of this defense.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. He's going to air this one out. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Vikings. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
For the extra point.
The extra point is up and through. And the Vikings will extend this third quarter lead.
36. Ryan Fitzgerald set to
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Hey, kill! Rip, 23.
And off, it's Tootin. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Ready?
2nd and 10.
Great job. Spread on the red. Hey, tomato. Done. Here we go, son.
Right back to Tootin. And he'll be dropped down just shy of midfield. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Hey, I'm gun.
At the 47-yard line.
Hey, go. Son, Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence.
Just can't seem to get anything going on.